Sunday at 2. Don't miss our live and exclusive coverage of the football season's first major final. Arsenal take on Luton in the Littlewoods Cup at Wembley. See it live and exclusive Sunday at 2 on ITV.
But now on Granada for today's soccer sensation, we join Martin Tyler and one or two other people on Merseyside.
Once again, Anfield is packed to the rafters because the Football League Championship in its centenary year will belong to Liverpool, sooner rather than later. For these players, 1 point against Spurs will guarantee victory in a competition that is the test of stamina as well as skill. Liverpool against Tottenham Hotspur is our Barclays First Division special. Terry Venable's first match as the Spurs manager was against Liverpool in November. It's been uphill all the way for him, starting with Steve Hodges sending off early in that game. And Liverpool certainly took full advantage that day.
Played through to Aldridge, played through to McMahon, and Liverpool are in the lead. Chip in, it won't quite reach Barnes, but it might reach Aldridge, and that reaches Craig Johnston! 2 to Liverpool.
That match was Paul Walsh's last in Liverpool's colours. Spurs signed him in February, but 1 goal in 10 games is an indication of the difficulties at his new club. Walsh didn't qualify for a championship medal, but 5 of today's Liverpool team will win their first, an indication of what a new side it really is. The 5 are John Aldridge, the First Division's leading scorer. Peter Beardsley, the country's most expensive footballer. Ray Houghton, another Dalglish investment who's been value for money. Nigel Spackman, unselfish and unsung, but very important in midfield. And Gary Ablett, thrust into the limelight because of injuries to established internationals. But a 6th likely first-time championship winner is today a notable absentee.
Well, it was touch and go whether I'd played, but you know, I think that another couple of days would really, you know, just clear the injury up completely. So it was decided that it'd be better just to have another couple of days off.
Will you be able to go with England to Hungary?
I don't know yet. I'll have to discuss that with the manager. But it's a disappointment not to play. But as you know, as long as we win the league, and I've played more than 15 games, I'll get a medal.
I think you played all bar today and last Wednesday, isn't it?
That's right. They're the only 2 games I missed, and you know, as I said, it's a bit of a disappointment not to play in what looks like to be the final clinching game, hopefully. But as I said, as long as the team wins, that's the main thing.
Are you a good watcher?
Yes, not bad. I'll be on the bench, not as substitute, but as a spectator. And depending how hectic that's get, I may come onto the up into the stand in the second half, depending on the score.
And you'll be a real Liverpool fan today?
Yes, definitely.
Well, let's confirm the league positions. Only Manchester United mathematically can catch Liverpool. Tottenham have dropped drastically with only 1 point from their last 5 games. It's the same Liverpool side which drew at Norwich on Wednesday, which means that Craig Johnston again has the number 10 shirt. Particular interest in the manager's choice of substitutes today. Kenny Dalglish allocating himself a place on the bench along with Kevin McDonald. Tottenham have Terry Fenwick suspended, so Mitchell Thomas returns to a reshuffled defence. And good news for England with that doubt about John Barnes for next Wednesday's international in Hungary. Chris Waddle starts a league game for the first time for 2 months. Bordeaux-bound Clive Allen, fit again after a virus, is included as a substitute. Gary Aplin from Kendal, refereed at Wembley last weekend in the league's centenary celebrations. And at a time when several First Division pitches are below par, the Anfield surface is immaculate on a sunny but chilly afternoon. Tottenham kick off, they attack the Kop end in the first half and don't for 1 minute think that Liverpool are treating this as a formality. Kenny Dalglish took his players away on Friday lunchtime. Here's Nigel Spackman. Spurs did win here last season, and in fact have won twice on their last 3 visits after going some 73 years without an Anfield success to their name. McMahon. Massive interest in the match on Merseyside. Arriving at the ground at 10:30 this morning, there are already queues forming. And long-term Anfield aficionados say that there haven't been scenes in terms of spectator interest like this since the 60s. Gillespie. There's no doubt that Terry Venables, a manager who's supremely tactically aware, will have tried to sort something out here, but Beardsley gets in a cross that Brian Statham takes on the body, with Gary Applin, the referee, well placed to judge that it wasn't handball. Johnston. Houghton is in there! And Bobby Mims, a goalkeeper who's had problems since he joined Tottenham from Everton, returns to a part of the world he knows well, with a good piece of work early in the game, guarding his near post. Gillespie is well forward. This is McMahon. Tottenham are trying to push out. Vinny Samways prepared to play it out from his own area. He had not many alternatives. The back pass was certainly out of the question. Well, it was an early test for Bobby Mims here, and he responded very well indeed. Well, there is certainly a change in Liverpool's thinking from the match at Norwich. Spackman and McMahon in the middle of midfield. More of that in a moment as McMahon shoots. But to his right this time is Johnston, and to his left is Houghton. That's role reversal from the last game. Walsh. Oh, that's a delightful ball for Paul Allen, who should have done better. Just a deft flick with the outside of the foot by Walsh, played with tremendous perception. And Paul Allen panicked a little when face to face with Bruce Grobbelaar. Stopped by Samways, and Walsh is onside, played onside by Gillespie quite clearly. But Walsh has got a lot to do. Hodge labouring to get up there, and is now arriving in the middle, and Nicol got there just before him. And Tottenham keeping Paul Walsh up as really the main striker, working across the full width of the pitch. 15 minutes played. And Liverpool's party, if it is to be so, hasn't begun yet. Fairclough peeling away from the near post. And that's where he arrived. Obviously pre-arranged. Aldridge. This is Gillespie. So free-flowing can Liverpool be. Well, Gillespie found himself in John Barnes country on the Liverpool left then, and didn't look out of place. And this is Houghton offside. After an impish piece of work by Peter Beardsley to supply Houghton. Houghton out manoeuvring the ball from Walsh. Hodge. Hodge trying to stay onside. He was making a good run from left to right in the vanguard of Tottenham's build-up, but the ball didn't come. Beardsley, who checks deep, not a conventional front player by any means. Grobbelaar enjoys the sortie out of the area. And a real party piece from Bruce. And at the other end, he's set Liverpool going. And Beardsley forces the corner. And that was all courtesy for Beardsley from Grobbelaar. Gillespie makes his way forward again. McMahon. Nicol. Well, Steve Nicol had that extraordinary start to this extraordinary season for Liverpool with 7 goals in the early games, but he hasn't scored since September. Method. Thomas. Hodge. Thomas turning Craig Johnston well. And Ablett didn't get there. Paul Allen wanted to control it rather than head for goal. And although the touch wasn't a bad one by Paul Allen, Ablett was given the chance to recover. Johnston. Time for Method, and he will pass the ball if you let him. Houghton trying to lose Paul Allen, and he's done just that. Aldridge going to the near post, and the cross, I suppose, a couple of feet too high. The partnership there that was tuned really, first of all, with Oxford United. Oh, Walsh, a mistake by Ablett. And Samways played by Walsh's clever trick. And Hansen saw a way through the maze. Statham. Liverpool not firing on all cylinders. And here's Hodge. Paul Allen whipped the ball into Steve Hodge then. Showing again the neatness in the approach work from Terry Venable's side. Has to be Nicol. Beardsley and Aldridge going for the same ball. Waddle. Samways and Walsh. And now Statham. There is a problem for Tottenham because Chris Waddle is down on his knees in some pain. Beardsley, and the flag is up. McMahon, what a finish. Even though he knew it wouldn't count, it was still spectacular. Which gives Chris Waddle a chance to just reassess the damage to him. He picked himself up very slowly on the far side, and is really more a spectator than a player at the moment. Houghton, space for Beardsley. 3 Liverpool players in the middle, if Beardsley needs them. He doesn't! A supreme goal! In keeping with the context of the occasion, if that is the goal which clinches the championship, it's just the way that Beardsley and Liverpool have played their football this season. He moved away to find the space in the first place, and when he checked in, the curling shot was past Mims, and Liverpool lead Tottenham by 1-0. A masterly goal from Peter Beardsley. Thomas. It's just as well for Liverpool that he did lose his balance then. Nudged by Craig Johnston. They were stretched at the back. But the set play has given them a chance to bring Fairclough forward. And Gary Mabbott. Waddle whips it in. Aldridge has to put it over a goal. When he's been attacking the Kop end, he's found with great regularity this season. Method. Oh, and this time it's Nicol, and it's getting closer. Stabbed in by Method, just too high for Fairclough. Beardsley turns into trouble. But unlike some forwards, he's not frightened of a tackle. Samways, Tottenham got to be careful here, and Samways was in trouble and had to handle it. He lost his nerve a little, I think, Vinnie Samways then. He suddenly realised how exposed Tottenham would be if the ball got away. It very nearly did, and it needed an arm to stop the ball rolling free. Hansen. Samways gets it back after his mistake, and Walsh, again, the lone runner. But Waddle is making long strides into the middle. Oh, that's brilliant by Walsh, the sort of skills that attracted Liverpool to sign him from Luton. I remember seeing Paul Walsh play here for Luton. He was absolutely magnificent in the match, and Luton lost it 6-0. But Liverpool saw enough to buy Walsh. And he played a part here, notably in the double season 2 years ago. Method. Ball skimmed it, and it's gone wide from Hodge. You had to look a second time, because once Hodge made contact, it seemed it had to go in. Aldridge, as he was nudged in the back by Fairclough. Thomas. It's well-schooled football by Tottenham, but in an era when they find themselves 7 or 8 places below Wimbledon and their direct style, it's certainly an area for debate how the game should be played. But some of Tottenham's work in the first half has been very easy on the eye. Gillespie expecting Grobbelaar to get there, but it was the real perimeter of the area, and the deflection off Paul Allen could have gone back to Waddle. It was all a little leisurely for Liverpool. And coming close to half-time, it might mean 1 or 2 stinging ears for the players during the dressing room when they're in there in the break. Grobbelaar backed his own skills that time, got away with it. Not quite vintage Liverpool. Tottenham must take some credit for that. Certainly a few nerves from the team which will win the championship if the scoreline stays the same, with the goal provided by Peter Beardsley, and very much typical of the bright and the brainy brand of football that Beardsley has supplied here. £1.9 million, and you wouldn't begrudge the price, would you, with a goal like that? At half-time at Anfield, it's Liverpool 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0.
His work taking up so much time and energy that on reflection, life would be easier if you'd married the boss? Then perhaps you should talk to us at British Telecom about improving your business communications. Given the latest technology, you could save so much time during the day, there'll be less need to burn the midnight oil. Who knows? You could end up living happily ever after. After all. British Telecom. It's you we answer to.
To all you out there, with your heavy lives and heavy beers, we who drink Miller Lite, clean, smooth lager, with more of the sugar turned to alcohol, have the following message. Heavy.
Here in this quiet country lane, we find the lost tribe of Chorlton-cum-Hardy. Lost now for over half an hour. Sadly, though, they are an endangered species. For this Sunday, the Mail on Sunday will contain the first of a 4-part comprehensive road atlas and guide to the United Kingdom. Indeed, so up-to-date are these maps that we may never witness this fascinating spectacle again. Route 88, a complete road atlas of the UK. Part 1 free with the Mail on Sunday and You magazine.
Indigestion. Settler's liquid. That's settled.
Welcome back to Anfield. One or two smiles for Liverpool at the start of the second half when there were frowns just before Beardsley conjured up his moment of magic. Those of you who saw our coverage from the match at Norwich on Wednesday might remember that I told you how many more goals Liverpool have scored in the second half of their matches than in the first. Twice as many, in fact, so that's a little ominous for Tottenham, particularly with Liverpool attacking the Kop end. But Spurs with plenty to be pleased about in the way they approached their task over the first 45 minutes. Johnston. Waddle, again, lurking really behind Walsh in positions where he might have a run at defenders, but that was a very ambitious burst. 16,000 the Kop holds these days. And now before the kickoff, the gates were locked here. Ablett, well, that was very well executed. He saw Beardsley, took some finding. But it came to nothing for Liverpool. And here's Waddle probing away again. And another good effort, perhaps the best that Chris Waddle's managed in the game. He does favour that side of the field where he can work in and blaze away at goal on his left foot. Liverpool unsure as to what was to come. And what did follow stung the fingertips of Grobbelaar. Statham. Might get a second bite at it. And Spackman felt the force of Statham's challenge, but still played the pole away, and it might lead to a goal. Aldridge can't provide it. But had it gone in, Spackman would have been the hero of the move, really. And he's down a hurt because of his commitment to the cause then. Ablett got the ball from Spackman's tackle. Aldridge put it wide, but the other Liverpool players already concentrating on the state of Spackman. Less than 15 minutes left. Gillespie. Beardsley coming short, and Gillespie's given it away to Method, and Tottenham have players to the Dutchman's right. Paul Allen with a run against Hansen, and Alan Hansen looked very anxiously at referee Gary Aplin then. Visiting managers will always tell you that you get nothing at Anfield, and Tottenham, in fact, have not had a penalty since Terry Venables took over. And Paul Allen believes they should have had something here. Hansen came across. There was a shove that was outside the area, but nothing was given. There is to be a substitution. It's not Dalglish coming on for Liverpool, but it's Clive Allen. I wonder if this will be his last appearance in a Tottenham shirt. Just 5 minutes left. He replaces John Method, so Clive Allen, on a ground where he scored the winning goal for Tottenham last season, is added now to the ranks in the quest for an equaliser. Beardsley. Johnston was taking the long route, and Thomas, with the more direct progress, came away with the ball. So it's Clive Allen against Hansen. Waddle. Grobbelaar used a hand. Play on, says the referee, and the hand must have been used inside the area. It was a miss-hit clearance, but it set Liverpool roaring forward again. Houghton. Here's Johnston, 3 to his left in red. One of them is Beardsley. Not this time. All stemming from Grobbelaar hacking the ball out of his own half of the field, and Beardsley clipping it across the goal, not into it. So the salutes are starting. There have been plenty of big victories here this season, but it's looking as though a narrow one is going to be the final piece in the championship jigsaw. Waddle. Clive Allen. Houghton having to scurry back. And Hansen, as though the title had already been decided. Well, to everybody but the Liverpool players, it had a long time ago. Johnston. And it's Steve McMahon. Well, shrewdness beyond his short years as a football manager. He's assembled a side better than the rest. And a lot better than most. Liverpool quite happy to use up some time now. For a short spell of the season, Queen's Park Rangers had the effrontery to top the table. They were put in their place on this very ground. And the athleticism unveiled by Grobbelaar because of Hansen's rather overhit back pass. The choir have the right song, a song that's been sung really for generations now at Anfield. Since Bill Shankly started it all here. Bob Paisley carried it on. Joe Fagan played his part too. And now it's Dalglish at the helm. And his team are so close now to completing it all, and that really would have been a fitting finale from Beardsley, who saw a space in which he tried to direct the ball with a deliberate, almost a hard pass into the corner of the net in the shape of a shot. That close. And there it is! Liverpool are the champions. And in the centenary year of the Football League, there can be no more appropriate winners. Today has merely confirmed what has been inevitable from so early in the season, but such is the discipline at Liverpool Football Club that only now will the players and the management accept it, and they know it's true. A 17th title, 8 more than their nearest rivals Everton. They've tightened their own grip on history. We've won nothing yet has been their response to all the praise heaped upon them this season. Well, they have now, and in a grand manner, which has been so beneficial to football in general, as well as to themselves. Tottenham played their part today and stretched Liverpool. But Peter Beardsley's moment of magic in the first half has produced another win. And certainly in modern times, none of the Liverpool championships has been as conclusive as this one. They're home and dry with 4 games to spare. Vintage champions. And really, John Barnes should go out there and join them. It's only the sheer modesty of the man that's preventing it. Well, often it's been the poker face, the inscrutable expression of Dalglish, which has not revealed his thoughts, but it's a sweet smile now. Ronnie Whelan was there through the first half of the season until injury. And whenever there has been a player dropping out, such has been the depth of the Liverpool squad. Well, that's a new style of celebrating, isn't it, between Barnes and Grobbelaar. They've always come up with the answer. Beaten only twice in the league. Only Leeds United have ever done that before. And it's going to be a hard act to follow next season. There's no trophy for them to hold up today. The presentations will be on another day. But it's a song. I wonder if it's the one that Craig Johnston has composed, the Anfield Rap. You'll be hearing a lot more about that in the weeks to come. Alan Hansen, a championship winner with Liverpool for the 7th time.
Now, is the boss going to let you celebrate tonight, or is he going to tell you you've got another game against Chelsea coming up?
Well, depends if he can get to the bar. I've never seen him get to the bar yet. You know, these jocks are all the same, aren't they? Cheers. You know, I think he'll let us celebrate. We've got a week now, and you know, professional enough here to look forward to the next game at Chelsea. It'd be great for me to go back there.
That's right.
And I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, be involved, and hopefully win again.
This is what dreams are made of for somebody like me. You know, coming from the northeast. You know, it would have been nice to do things like this in Newcastle, but to be at the best team in the country and possibly in Europe gives me a great thrill.
Before today, had the manager allowed the team to think about the cup final?
No, you know, even now we won't. You know, we've still got 4 league games before that, so we've still got a job to do. And I think now we would like to go on and win the championship by sort of 9, possibly 10 points. You know, and then it would really have been done in style.
Well, I'm rapping now. I'm rapping for fun. I'm your goalie, the #1. You can take the mic, don't call me a clown. Any more lip, and you're going down.
A new record has just come out, hasn't it, Steve?
The Anfield rap.
And when will it be in the shops?
Very soon. Go get it.
On
Go
3rd
get
of
it.
May. It'll be a #1 hit.
Peter, the champagne cork's popping like crazy here. I've been drenched in it, but you're not indulging yourself.
No, I've been drenched myself by a few lads, but no, I don't drink, you know, but I still enjoy the moment. And you know, people say, you know, you need to have a drink to enjoy yourself, but I can assure you, I enjoy myself more than most.
And no exceptions?
No, no exceptions. I've got a job to do next Wednesday for England, and I'm looking forward to that.
John, must have been murder for you sitting up in the stand today for this one.
Well, I was in the stands for the first half, but I came down to the bench for the second half. Yes and no. You know, as long as we win the league championship, that's the main thing. And I know that I've played, I would say, I don't know how many, about 36 games. So that's the main thing. You know, obviously I was disappointed not to play, but, you know, I had every confidence in the lads doing it.
It's funny to think, though, that, a year ago you were undecided about coming to Liverpool.
Yeah, but I mean, as it's worked out, I made the right decision.
Marvellous first season up here at Anfield for your league championship medal.
That's right, and we've got the FA Cup to look forward to. But Liverpool won't rest on their laurels, and next season they'll be out to do the same thing, you know, because as they have done every year. This is Alan Hansen's 7th championship, and I'm sure everyone is just as sweet as the last one.
Now, you had to sit this one out because of your injury. Is it going to be okay for the cup final?
Definitely. I'll be available for selection in the cup final. I don't know whether they'll pick me, but I'll be available for selection.
It's fantastic scenes in the dressing room, but we've done it in style. We didn't play too well in the day, but we've scored a lot of goals. We haven't conceded that many.
Well, it'll go down in the record books, 3 points, and you only needed 1, so you did do it in some style, but it was tied out there today.
Yeah, like I say, we didn't play well in the day, but we've played well all season, and I think the league table shows that.
And 17th championship, and it couldn't have come on a better year, your own testimonial year.
Yeah, it's been nice for me. Obviously, it's been a great season. We've had great support home and away. As shown today, the support was fantastic.
And the next one, the cup final, thoughts turn to that now?
Well, we've got a few games before then. So we have to do the business in these games. We're going for 1 or 2 records before the cup final, and hopefully we'll achieve them.
Kenny, very many congratulations. Is this one as sweet as the first one was a couple of years ago for you?
It's as sweet as any one I've ever had. If you stop enjoying winning, you've got a big problem, I think. But we're absolutely delighted, obviously, with the way the lads have played all season. They had a bit wobble today, but at the end of the day, it's won over 36 matches. But it's proved to be won over 36 matches, and we're absolutely delighted and very, very proud of them.
The tension was there to see in the opening 15-20 minutes before Peter Beardsley's goal.
Yeah, but I mean, Spurs have come here, Spurs have got nothing to lose. They're sitting there, I don't think they'll get relegated, they certainly won't get into Europe. So they have nothing to get, they just sit there and just play. The onus was on us, but at the end of the day, if we didn't lose the match, we'd have won a championship. And it's tremendous credit to them that they've won it with 4 games in hand.
Before today, had you allowed yourself to start thinking in terms of another double?
We never thought we were going to win one, but we tried our best.
Our reporter amid the celebrations was Dave Brenner. Well, let's bring you right up to date. Liverpool into the history books again and closing in on Everton's record 90 points. There was fervent activity at the bottom of the table today. Watford definitely relegated, so mixed feelings for John Barnes. And for Mark Lawrenson, a championship medal confirmed, a first goal for Oxford under his management, but only a draw with Everton when they badly needed to win. Portsmouth, West Ham and Chelsea all drew. Charlton, last year's escapologists, won again. In the second division, Millwall and Blackburn didn't play. Aston Villa go back to second place, 1-0 winners over Shrewsbury. Bradford were held at Manchester City, and Middlesbrough had a bad day, thrashed 4-0 at Ipswich. Crystal Palace are not out of it after their excellent 3-1 triumph at Plymouth. Other significant news comes in the 4th Division, where Wolves are definitely promoted. And it's also confirmed that Newport County will drop out of the Football League at the end of the season, giving up the unequal struggle it seemed today, demolished 6-0 by Bolton, who are still pressing for promotion. Our Memory Lane feature tonight does give you the chance to make some comparisons between today's Liverpool and their great teams of the past. Spurs weren't always on the receiving end, as you'll see, but 10 years ago they were victims of a vintage display.
Ray Kennedy. Case. Miss hit, but it's found Dalglish and he turns and scores! Dermot put in by Highway. And the chest down by Perriman dropped nicely for Dalglish, and now Kennedy. And Souness, can he turn on it? Pulled it back for Case. Dalglish! McDermott. Kennedy at the far post, and in it goes. Ray Kennedy in the middle, the ball with Dalglish, and now Johnson, Souness, Dalglish did well to turn on the shot. Johnson, 4-0. Peter Taylor with just Villa to support him at the moment, and Case robbed him as clean as a whistle. And now here's Dalglish put away by Ray Kennedy. Dalglish for Johnson, number 5. Now Highway. Can he get in on the scoring act? Penalty! Dane's now on his line. Knows that he must keep still. And in it goes. Johnson. And Johnson, the ball into acres of empty space for Highway. And Highway, a brilliant crossback. McDermott it was who finished it. And what a classic goal. Rush couldn't return the compliment though, and Spurs have got a chance of getting out of this spot. They certainly have now, but then it's given away again. And now Sammy Lee put through, and now Gale with a chance, and Liverpool go into the lead. There's Ricky Villa. Again, Liverpool get it away. Again, Archibald hoping to make something. Hoddle with the shot! 1-1. Well, that's a typical Hoddle goal. A volley struck with tremendous precision and power.
O'Reilly again with the head, then Souness and Dalglish and Rush. Beautiful approach work from Liverpool. Now is that handball by Price? Dalglish thinks he's got a penalty. Clements indulging in a little bit of gamesmanship as well, off his line, and a smile too. One-0, just. O'Reilly. Rush might collect this. Maybe fouling Price, but Mr. Courtney saw nothing wrong. 2-0, Dalglish. But here's Rush beating O'Reilly. Lawrenson at the near post. Dalglish. A second for Dalglish. Lifting it lazily over Clements.
Fortunate for Tottenham, really, that in spite to Hoddle. Towards Archibald. Brazil's touch for Mabbutt. All went for a moment. Lawrence had held off, and Archibald is through. Will it be number 2? It is! Falco, Crooks, and now Falco, but Kennedy was just there in time, but it comes for Hoddle, and now for, oh, a great save, and Crooks! Spurs go into the lead, and Garth Crooks is the scorer.
Well, from yesteryear to tomorrow, and the action moves on apace. The Littlewoods Cup final live on ITV starting at 2 o'clock. Luton Town against Arsenal. Arsenal, of course, the Littlewoods Cup holders.
Rush coming short. And Mulby had spotted McMahon, but Arsenal hadn't spotted him. Rush is up with Steve McMahon. Here's Rush. It's Davis into the wall. Might even have hit Niall Quinn. Back from Sansom. Anderson's onside. Adams. Here's Nicholas. From the post. Nicholas again. It's his goal. Groves still fresh, of course. And away from Gillespie. Possibilities here for Arsenal. And for Nicholas. It's 2-1.
Arsenal are strong favourites to win again because Luton's season, which promised so much, is in danger of crumbling to nothing. Beaten FA Cup semi-finalists, and at Wembley last month, Michael jilts his equaliser for struggling Reading of the 2nd Division, the start of a rude awakening for Ray Harford's team in the CMOD Cup final. It was Luton's first visit to Wembley since 1959. Quite frankly, it was a disaster. Reading runaway winners 4-1 at the end, the humiliation completed by Neil Smiley. So on ITV tomorrow, one major trophy is up for grabs. But the destination of the ultimate reward for professionalism and performance has been decided. The Football League Championship, and with it, the new Barclays Trophy. The toast tonight is Liverpool.